Good evening from Vietnam, Ipek. Thanks a lot for spending your morning to join our Insight Sharing shows, where we bring people with great stories to the program so that our audience can learn and apply something in their life through the conversation and the advice we got in shared in here. And on behalf of them, I want to say thank you.
And I would like to thank you for the opportunity. It's a pleasure and honor to be here with you. And hello to Vietnam.
Hello to Canada. Ipek, yeah. In our culture, it's a great honor if for our audience if we can have you to have sharing about who you are and a little bit about the works that you do. Would you please do that for us, please?
Of course. Uh, I have quite a few hats. I'm an insight coach, and I can explain that what that means later on. Insight coach, meditation teacher, speaker, author, Ho'oponopono practitioner, Ikigai coach. Um, I'm I I go for speaking engagements, as I said. So it's a full life with service. I love to serve. My life started as an executive assistant professionally, and that was a way of serving. Because I was serving top level executives in making their lives easier. And after 20 years of doing that, um, I switched gears and got training on coaching and meditation and became a meditation teacher and coach. And insight coach means is that what I do is I help people to find the insights, the ideas, the creativity, the inspiration that they already have within them to come out to the surface. Because people come to me with their problems. But I love to solve problems like puzzles. I love puzzles. But what I try to do with my clients is going deeper than that problem on the surface and finding out what is it the reason of that problem, what causes that problem, so that they come to conclusions and insights that will help them to change their perspective, the way they live, so that they not only realize how to solve that problem, but in future, when other problems come up, and they will, because life is that, right? We will have problems, we will have adversities. Then I choose to teach them and help them to learn how to become the person who can solve the problems.
Ipek, do you believe in uh, the the beauty of the word is sometimes when you think of something and we got connect of ideas, things like that. I forgot how to say, but um, for example, today I'm writing an article for my Thursday weekly newsletters. All right, and I wrote about daring. And then we talk about daring because I thought about all challenges that we have been facing and will be facing in the future also. And there's a people who don't do anything and let life hit them really bad, left side up down like that. That people decided to deal with that and solve the problem, but there are also people who dare to look into the challenges and head into the storm and heading out stronger and better opportunities.
Yes.
And those we defined the people who had great darings, right? Those because of the work of people like you to help them to find the insights from the strength to have to build their creativity from within so that they can have the strength to head into the storms like that. So we thank you for doing that.
And I love that subject, daring, because we feel like, I don't know, it's coming from the society or our conditioning growing up. Uh, we put ourselves within limits, and it is, and those are the limits that we put to ourselves most of the times, not even other people. And all of a sudden, one day, we come to a conclusion that I can do more. I have more. I have more potential in me, and I can do much more. I can dare. I dare to be authentically myself and express myself the way I want to become. So when that happens, if we show the courage to go ahead and go through, rather than go around and like push it to the other side, what we do is we make a difference. We make a difference in some people's lives by the thing that we dared to create, to do. And that's what I always tell my clients when they are hesitant in doing something, working on a project, creating something that will make them uncomfortable. I always tell them, okay, you're thinking that, who am I to do this? Well, you have everything you need. Plus, if you don't go ahead and do this, think about another perspective. How many people you are depriving from getting this information, knowledge, teaching, perspective. So don't think about yourself. How am I going to do this? Think about, if I don't do this, how many people will not get the opportunity and chance to learn about this?
Wow. So when we ask ourselves a different kind of questions, right, and then we're gonna get a different set of answers and idea, and give it by just asking that kind of questions, it also enlarge our world from within, so that it give us the energy, the passion, the strength, the courage, the whatever it needs. We need also to take that path and then to succeed in that path. So, right, Ipek?
Yes, absolutely. Because when you are passionate about something, when you are passionate about serving others, but you are hesitant, how am I gonna be at that? How am I gonna be delivering? What if I don't show up as the way I want to be? Well, starting off, everything is scary, and
Yep.
maybe it might not be up to the standard that you want to be. But if you don't start, you can never get there. What is the difference between doing something and not doing something? Is action. The word
Yep.
action. The one who takes action and starts even before they are ready is the way to start. You need to start somewhere. Without action, you cannot get anywhere.
Absolutely. Even take a little baby step to start, then we will get somewhere instead of sitting where we are.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
In fact, I want to bring you to the point when you were a very young version who wanted to serve. Right? So you said that you want to service people when you. When I was young, I want to be an astronaut. So wearing the jumpsuit, and the astronaut suit, and then jumping on a different planet, than this Earth.
Yeah.
Life didn't give me that opportunity, and regardless of how curious and how passionate I was, it just didn't work out for me. Yes, and So back then, when you were a different version of, yeah, of younger version of Ipek, what did you want to do? What did you dream that when you grow up, you're gonna do and contribute to the world? What kind of things like that?
Mm. Well, when I was little, I considered to become a doctor, which was
Wow.
helping people with their health problems. And the other option was becoming a musician. I had a good voice, and I was playing some instruments too. So and that, I think, is also another service in lifting up people's vibrations, frequencies, energy. Music is the like language that we all speak, because we all love, all human beings like love music. So those two things were my top two options growing up. Uh, but neither happened. By the way, I was laughing when you said you wanted to be an astronaut, because my son wanted to be an astronaut too when he was little. Yes, he wanted to. He got quite close. At least he became a engineer, mechanical engineer. But yeah, being an astronaut, yeah, he was very excited about that too. So yeah, when I was young, I think all my life was set up to give and to help, to serve others. Uh, well, the medicine education turned out to be very difficult and expensive, so that was out of the question. And music, it always stayed with me, but never got to a professional level. So neither of my dreams turned out to happen, but I found a way to serve others through my first career as an executive assistant, more than 20 years. And now I think I'm serving so many people through especially my meditations. I'm receiving every day so many amazing messages from people who practice with my meditations, and seeing those messages like it changed my day. I'm feeling so much better, or this your voice is so soothing, or that something like that. It's raising my energy too. So yeah, it's been, and through coaching, I have coached hundreds of people, and I believe that they all came up with great insights to make significant changes in their lives.
Ipek, I uh, I want to share this point, okay? So to me, you're a doctor, okay? It's not that, a health doctor like you say earlier, but look at ourselves, our mind, our body, our hearts, everything. There's also need treatments, right? So your works help your clients to build a better mental, better mind, better health condition in the different ways than a traditional doctor, a normal doctor is doing. Consider your childhood dream accomplished. All right.
Yes, that's so true. Actually, that's true. Um, yeah, in a way, I'm helping people to feel better, be better, and like enjoy life better,
Hmm.
enjoy themselves better.
And the word enjoy is very important. And a lot of us, like earlier, you say the hamster wheel, right? We've been running, and we're not enjoying doing it, but we didn't even know how to get out of that, wheel, and or how to even stop the wheel, because we've been doing that for so long, right?
Yes.
And with the coaching, with the works that the people like you are doing out there, help us to unveil the creativity's power within ourselves to start the engine again, to think, then to change. And I'm gonna bring you back to a certain period, another big period of your life. Okay. Um, you've been doing the executive assistants for long, and the tendency for a lot of people is when we've been doing that, we will continue doing that until we retire, because there's a works there, there's familiarities in there, the comfortabilities in there. We know exactly what we need to be doing. We know exactly how we're going to serve and add values to the executives who we serve, right? You decided at a certain point to stop and do something differently, and to create that insight from inside of you. What happened back then?
Well, a big adversity. You know, the biggest changes in our lives happen when we are at the lowest point of our lives in general. Because, as you said, otherwise we continue, even if we are not 100% happy, or even if we know that I can do something better. For human beings, changing the routines, getting out of that hamster wheel is so difficult. It's so scary.
Yep.
And we do that only, most of the times, only if we get to a point where it is taken from us without even us initiating that. And so I was changing jobs, and I actually am sharing this whole story through a book that I will be a part of, like a contributor, and I will share this. I'm in the process of writing the story, and it will be in a book very soon, but in detail. But now I'm going to give you a little snippet of it. That I lost my job. I was working for 20 years in several great companies, and I changed my job. I went to another company, which is not even on my resume, on my LinkedIn. I didn't put it there, but it has been a very bad experience for me. That took 2.5 months or to 3 months of my life, and put me down so badly that it took me like at least 6 months getting out of that hole. So I was so depressed and so bad, in a so bad place, that I started to meditate and meditate and meditate and meditate, and finally I could manage to pull myself out of that through writing, journaling, meditating. And then I turned 50. And on my birthday, I made a promise to myself. You said joy, right? I said that from this moment on, I will only do things that give me joy in my life.
Wow.
Joy will be my North Star. Anything that doesn't give me joy, I'm not going to do it. And I didn't have the luxury to say that because I needed the money. But I still said that my insanity or my sanity is more important than anything. So I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to find out how I can get out of this, and how, going forward, how I can help others to go through this kind of adversities, heartbreaks. And I took training for coaching. I took training for meditation, mindfulness, and all the Ho'oponopono, Ikigai, mind mastery, Silva method, you name it. I studied and studied and started practicing coaching, and my practice grew very fast. And I'm here today looking back, that adversity was the reason why I got out of the hamster wheel and started to see.
In fact, I'm sorry for that crunch and bad moments you had with the last employers.
Yes.
You worked during and all the adversity back then. Also, I can remember, feel that, the hardship that you went through during that period. And I'm congratulate you for the courage that you gave to yourself at the birthday of 50 years old, right? That you're gonna enjoy your life and only do things that give you joy. And the moment of that commitment you made to yourself, then you give all the energy towards it to find the possibility. You find something possible to do instead of seeing things that from the landscape of I'm not able to do that, or it's hard, or it's not working, and things like that. And you're trying to find a way to make it work, right? And I always told my friends that in the space of consulting or coaching or whatever we do, if we can have a real experience, people believe. I can have the whole library of articles, of knowledge, of like insights, whatever it is, but it's not coming from the feeling from the inside. The real things that happen inside of me, right? People can feel, will feel, and definitely we realize that it's just some piece of advice that I'm copy here, copy there, and put onto, like onto the advice I gave. So, and I want to ask you this because when you gave yourself that strength and that commitment, what did the journey after that takes place? Can you share?
So right after that, I knew that being an executive assistant, again, looking for a job in that area was not an option for me. And I knew that I wanted more. I wanted to touch more people's lives. And I turned 50 in October, and in December, towards the going into the new year, I made a new year resolution. And I said, because meditation was so helping me, and I was feeling much better every time I meditated, I knew that this is important. More people need to learn about meditation and get to meditate. And my New Year resolution for that year was, I'm gonna help at least 10,000 people to experience meditation, practice meditation, learn about it, like remove their limiting beliefs about meditation. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't have any idea. But then I found about an app, Insight Timer, that accepts new teachers. And I applied, and I became a meditation teacher with them. And I started to create meditation tracks, which is right now I have closer to 60 meditations on that platform. And before the end of the year, not only 10,000, my meditations were played 60,000 times.
Wow.
60,000. And it's growing, of course, every day. But when you make up your mind about something that you are passionate about, and know that, like, commit to that, universe helps you to bring you the the tools and the people and the environments, the circumstances that you need.
That I remember what it calls now, the law of attractions, right?
Yes,
Earlier, I could not remember what it is. I remember this, the law of attractions. So you will attract the people into your life for the energy and the passions and the works that you do. And
yeah, law of attraction works both ways. It's a two-sided sword, or what is it called, like something like that, two sides. Law of attraction unfortunately also works for negative feelings.
Yep.
When we focus on negative, we keep attracting negative people, negative circumstances, negative situations to us. Like, we always say, oh, I was worried that this was going to happen, and it did. Well, because you were thinking of it, you were attracting it.
Yep.
So when we what the words we use, the statements we utter, these are so important in creating our reality, because we are at the level of energy. We are at a level and we attract everyone at that level. If we are in this lower level, then we're going to attract those people and circumstances to us. But if we can get to a higher level by positivity, by laughter, by dancing and singing, raising our energies, being positive. I'm not saying there will be adversities, and we are human beings. We cannot be la 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 24/7. But when that comes, if we can look at it, anything is happening for me, not to me. Now, when I look back, that adversity, that losing my job, having that negative experience was a gift for me. It's a gift, so that it pushed me so hard to get out of that hole. And it's a gift. Today, look at me. I'm the happiest ever. And that is exactly why I'm a coach, because I want more people to feel like I feel. I want them to feel happy. I want them to feel fulfilled, joy, living in joy and happiness, because it's in here. It's not out there. Everything is in here and here.
Yep. Wow. And the beauty thing is, I always love when you share that, when you found the secret sauce to your solutions, next is to help others to find the secret sauce, to see them to the path that can make them live more joyfully and more fulfilling. And that is the true path of services, right? So we serve and then we grow through serving others. In fact, I have two questions that I want to ask you before we end the conversation today. The first question is about thinking. All right. My wife and I, we are on the path of learning how people think and then how great people think, so that we can find that secret to share with the people around us, whoever listen to the conversations like this. Because in the backbone, we have the belief that our ability to think actually is not increasing, it's diminishing. And if we can have people share how they think, how they help themselves to expand their capacity of thinking, then perhaps it could help people to learn from that and change and think better. So in fact, my question is, how do you help yourself to expand the ability to think?
Well, by being mindful, by being aware of my thoughts. And whenever my thoughts are going the direction that I don't like, being able to notice that and change the course, switch. the more we raise our awareness around our thoughts and notice, what am I thinking right now? What am I feeling right now? Like turn back, turn in, and not only look at our thoughts, but what those thoughts, what kind of emotions those thoughts make me experience. And when we do that, as soon as we do that, we take ourselves out of the equation. And in that moment, we are looking from the outside to ourselves, which makes us stop whatever we are thinking, whatever we're feeling. It stops. It stops from festering. It stops from growing. And then we become the master. Then we become the master who decides which way our thought goes, rather than the thought festers and rules what we do, tells us what we do, what to say, how to react. So normally, the thought is the master most of the time. For many people, because they think and they act. Well, when you think and you realize what you're thinking, then you become the master.
In our culture, that's called you stop. You move your tongue 7 times before you decide to say something, so that you gave yourself the space for 7 seconds to think and challenge how you think. And then, when you challenge how you think, that highly likely you're not going to even say a word, because you already know the answer to a lot of things already, right? Thanks a lot for sharing that. I definitely need your advice to you have to meditate, because that is something that out of my comfortable, really. And I'll definitely get in touch with you for that.
Yeah,
that
I would
piece of
love to
advice.
help, because meditation is so personal, something so personal. There's no there are as many meditation styles as the number of people in the world, because everybody is more comfortable with a different way of meditating. So meditation is so seen so much as sitting like this and not thinking anything, being like spending 20 minutes, an hour, or hours, so that it works. Or during the meditation, I shouldn't be thinking, oh my God, I have been thinking so much, so this is not a meditation, this cannot be considered as meditation. No, this is not true. Meditation means you will think. Your mind is made to think. That's its job. So it's so normal to think during meditation. The thing is realizing that you're thinking. Okay, I'm thinking. I'm going to let this thought go, and I'm going to come back to my breathing. I'm going to focus on my breathing. If this happens 100 times during a meditation, then let those thoughts go 100 times and come back to your breathing. That's about it. Just being able to recognize that I'm thinking right now, but it's okay. I'm going to let it go, and I will come back to my meditation. That's okay. And it grows in time. It gets better and better.
Like practice makes it getting better, right?
And you don't have to start with 20 minutes of meditation. You can start with 2 minutes, 1 minute.
Wow. In fact, I will go to the last question, and that is the one that I always excited to ask also. So the past that you want to, when you were young, you want to serve people, you want to be a doctor, and you are a doctor now. Okay, so I'm getting to that. And then you get into the career of as being executive and gone to the point in time for something big to change, and it's changed for something bigger, better. And I congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
I want to head onto the future a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anything that Ipek is doing that is exciting and you want to share with me and the audience so we can celebrate with you in advance?
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, there are always exciting stuff happening in my life because every day I start my day asking the universe, what gifts do you have for me today? And every day, universe sends me gifts. And the upcoming things, I have a speaking engagement for October 15th. I will be in Houston at Worthy Rally of Kindness by Andrea Sanchez. She's organizing it. I'm one of the speakers, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm writing, as I said, a chapter for a book that I don't know the name of the book yet, but it will be out in a few months. The third thing is in December, my husband and I are going to Las Vegas because I got a award for 100 top leaders in education. So it's a conference, Education 2.0, and I will get my award and I will give a speech there. So in January, there is a summit that I'm going to be a part of, and also my coaching clients, my followers on the Insight Timer meditation app. It's growing, and so lovely, amazing people I am surrounded by. So the future is bright. Life is good.
Life is good. Life is good. And I'm so happy for you, Ipek. Look at the adversity. If it's not happened, this amazing thing might not happen also, right?
Yes.
And so what day is your birthday in October?
October 28th.
October 28th. So it's like 2 weeks after your
Yes.
speaking engagement in
Yes.
Houston, Texas, right?
Yes.
There's no better way to celebrate your birthday, like going to the States and share your
Yeah, it's my
words.
birthday gift. Yes. And in November, actually, I'm going for Vipassana meditation. It is a kind of meditation, like silent retreat for 10 days. I will sit in meditation 10 days, full day, from start the day to the end, all day meditation for 10 days. I'm so excited about it.
In fact, when I'm trying to do a 1 minute or two, now you're going to 10 days meditation retreat already.
Yes.
There's a big race ahead for me to start to learn and to embrace that. I'm so happy for you. I'm so
Thank
happy
you.
for the people that got you to coach, got you to help them to grow too. Because like I said earlier, when life hits you, you have the experience. You have the real experience that you can share with the people, and that really matters. You get out of the storm stronger, and get out of that, understand a lot of deeper from inside of you, so that you can share and transfer that for people to transform. So
For sure,
thanks for
for
being.
sure. I mean, if my story inspires even one person to get out of the hamster wheel and do something that they are passionate about, that's all worthy.
Thanks a lot for spending your morning to our Insha Sharing Show, Ipek.
Thank
And
you.
the next couple of months are so exciting for you. I'm excited for you, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward to potential one day that we can meet in person, and that would be so exciting also
Yeah,
for me.
I would love to visit Vietnam. I also have a friend in Cambodia, so I would love to visit that part of the world for sure.
Yep. Let us know when you get here, and we'll be so delighted to take you guys around. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day, and
You
I'll
too.
get back on the end of October to ask you how the event went, and also say happy birthday to you also.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye, back for now. All right.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Bye bye. Say hello to Andy and Heather for me, please.
Will do. Will do. I will talk to Annie next week, so I will definitely tell her. Thank you
Absolutely,
so much.
absolutely.
It has been a pleasure.
This is
So
awesome,
lovely
awesome.
chat. It was really lovely interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're
Have a
gonna
beautiful day.
you're gonna be tagging me, right, when you
Yep,
share this, so
absolutely.
that I
I
know
will.
when you. Okay,
I
that's
will
great. Thank you
definitely.
so much, and say hi to your wife for me.
I will definitely say
Okay.
hi to your family also
Thank
first.
you
Okay.
so much. Have a great evening. Bye bye.
You too. Bye
Bye.
bye.